the other day. Did I tell you I've been keeping up like all the funny thoughts I've had? I've just been writing them down in my notes.
Yeah, you sound good. Yeah, been doing that for a while. Delayed.
Most of these I literally cannot mention online. Not yet, at least. I'll give you one. Carrots is just a vehicle for ranch.
All right. Did I get better from here on out?
Yeah, it'll get better. It'll get better. That's the only one. All right. Should we just pretend like we're doing the full show and give the people?
Yeah, I think we should just talk.
Okay, so pump of the week, crypto. Dump of the week, XRP.
Hang on, I'm just adding a pinned post to the chat.
Oh, as you can see, guys, pump of the week is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Polkadot.
All right, let's look at the pump of the week here. Dogecoin is the pump of the week. Not surprising.
Not surprising
considering the memes. But yeah, what do you think about Dogecoin, Pat?
I think that I don't know. It's hard to say because in this environment, when someone as big as Elon Musk, some would say for me at least is top 10 smartest guy I know.
Yep.
He's
up there.
For him to just come out and say nothing but just Doge, it's
That was right after he talked about potentially getting into Bitcoin as well. He posted that other meme about Bitcoin.
I expected it to definitely pump more given how much power he has. So it's pretty cool to see that in general. But when he does that to his own company, it pumps. It pumps, I'll tell you that. Or dumps.
He did that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
He tweeted it. It pumped a little bit. I think that was right here. I think he tweeted it on the 2nd. I'm not mistaken. Maybe it was earlier.
Yeah, let's go.
I think he tweeted it on the 2nd here.
Wow.
And the real pump came after the tweet.
He just gave it a little floor. We'll call that the must floor.
Might have been around here that he dropped it. I'm not sure.
Really? Yeah, let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look.
Check my Twitter.
You can just type in Google Elon Musk Doge tweet. I'm sure that'll. Haha. Yeah, there we go. Haha. Haha.
When was it?
It
sounded like Elon Musk.
I know, that was a joke. I'm only seeing news articles. It's not really showing me his real tweet. It looks like December 20th. But let's see. And it's so CNN. Elon Musk tweeted about Doge.
One word, Doge.
Yep.
Well, on the 20th of December. So yeah, that tweet just did this little pump. So really, you had time to buy it if you. Oh yeah, right after. It's just strange because a lot of people have been saying, "Oh, this is why it pumped," but it really hasn't been directly around the tweet. It happened a lot later.
It's a combination.
So is there something else going on? I'm not big on TikTok, so I know there's probably been some videos on there, and that's really what pumps Doge. At the end of the day, it's just a Bitcoin copy. It's a smaller Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash, but
no, No,
It's
you're
interesting.
mentioning how Bitcoin is open source, right? So they just copy and pasted the code? Is that what it is, or
Essentially, I think with Dogecoin, there's two different ways you can do it. You can either fork a cryptocurrency, which is um, a little bit more like basically when you fork something, let's say you forked Bitcoin. If you have one Bitcoin and you make a fork of Bitcoin, you also have one Bitcoin in that other fork. So that's what happened with Bitcoin Cash. But with Litecoin, Litecoin isn't a fork necessarily. It's more just a copy and paste of the code with some edits. So if you had one Bitcoin and Litecoin was created, you didn't have one Litecoin. It wasn't a direct fork. And that way it was just more of a copy. And I believe that's the same case with Dogecoin as well. Basically, because it's open source, you can just copy and paste it.
it's interesting how they fork, right? And so you get one Bitcoin Cash and you get one Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
But one would assume that the older, outdated technology would go to zero, right? And the other one would remain. It's just so interesting how they both are in still, I mean, for the most part.
Contention with each other.
Yes. It's really interesting.
The way I like to think about forks is almost like evolution, in that you can have one species, it can split into two species, and those two species can coexist, but there's going to be some competition if they fulfill the same niche, which they do. I think
So-
eventually you could see Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin basically just being absorbed by Bitcoin's market cap.
What's the
knows?
usage for Bitcoin Cash right now? Like, why?
Bitcoin Cash has bigger block sizes in the blockchain, so it's faster than Bitcoin. Whereas Bitcoin decided, so the whole reason why Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin forked, it had to do with fees. So, and fees and how to get around those fees, how to expand the market. So what the Bitcoin Cash people wanted to do is basically make the Bitcoin blocks in the chain bigger to hold more transactions. And the core Bitcoin people didn't want to do that. They wanted to have layer 2 solutions. So build on top of the existing blockchain rather than directly changing the base protocol of it. You can build different layers to these blockchains. So it was just a disagreement about how to expand and grow, really.
Well, they're one of the first cryptocurrencies to fork.
Yes,
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think many cryptos have actually forked.
I mean, ETH 2.0 is essentially.
It's essentially a fork. Yeah, it's
That's cool.
except they're not going to.
So it's a contention within.
They're gonna move it to the new ETH 2.0 eventually.
So it's
The
essentially
soft fork. Soft fork, not a hard fork.
So essentially, the term fork came out from within the organization, how the coders were pretty much clashing on what they believe the technology should be, right?
Yeah, the community as a whole,
Cool.
the miners.
Cool.
It has a lot to do with the miners here. We can get a good look of all the different forks here with this. A lot of them have just died, dude. They're just gone.
Just like this stream, this channel.
Yeah, so we have Bitcoin died. Yo, come on.
Yeah, I'm kidding. Yeah.
First video. If you're watching this now, like, subscribe, hit the bell button, alert. We go live every Sunday. We're going to shoot the shit. We're going to talk. We're going to answer your questions. We just got demonetized because I said shit, but just shoot it.
Let's get it out of the way. Cunt. Fuck.
So like Bitcoin Diamond, Super Bitcoin, Bitcoin Hot, Bitcoin Interest, like these are all gone. Bitcoin Cash is still here. Bitcoin SV.
Yeah.
I don't see Bitcoin SV. I think that might have been a fork off Bitcoin Diamond.
Wow. So there were a ton. Okay. So for a
Yeah.
noob like me, this is really cool to see because I did not know that Bitcoin Gold. I've heard of Bitcoin Gold.
Yeah, yeah. But it's I mean it's
that was
done.
the only
Like
one.
let's look at it on the charts. The third
Pause.
biggest one, Bitcoin SV, is kind of up there.
Still
Not really.
top. Still top 100.
Yeah, but it was probably a lot higher at one point.
You think someone's holding bags on Bitcoin Gold, just praying?
I wouldn't.
One day.
My shit's so slow. Well,
Yeah, I wonder how the
There we go.
quality's come out. Restreams makes it pretty easy.
yeah. I mean, look, if you held this, you would have just been destroyed. This has just been a terrible hold. And this is what you should expect from most forks. One big issue with forks and one big issue that Bitcoin Cash has is once you fork, the community that wanted to fork is already a splinter group of the main community, right? So they're already like trying to split. So when you make that community its own separate community, you're going to have even more splintering. Like you just have a bunch of people that disagree with the core beliefs of it. So you put all those people in one group, Bitcoin Cash, it's going to split out into 5 other forks off of Bitcoin Cash. And that just destroys Bitcoin Cash, right? So you have a bunch of people that are disagreeing. If they can't come to an agreement, I mean, it's just going to keep forking until it's nothing.
Pull up Bitcoin Cash's graph. Let's see.
Bitcoin Cash has done a lot better. A lot better.
Wonder if it's gonna see this have the same fate as Bitcoin Gold.
I mean, Litecoin's been killing it. Ooh. Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin are the two biggest competitors.
Look at those graphs, man.
Yeah, today's a good day in the market.
Isn't that crazy? You hold that. You miss these past couple of days, and there's the majority of your gains right there. That's why you hold it long.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with loading speed here.
But, yeah, because everyone's grandparents, son,
doing well.
Stepsisters are hopping on CoinGecko trying to figure out what the fuck cryptocurrency is. Not everyone's talking about it.
Here we go. So this is where it forked. And you can see as soon as it forked, I thought it forked before January. There we go.
There we go. That looks more like it.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? All right, you see when it forked at a price of $700. Yep. I wonder what Bitcoin was at that time, but it immediately dropped, had some pickup, dropped, and then Bitcoin had its bull run, so it kind of followed, and it's yet to break, even come close to breaking these all-time highs here.
It's very similar to Bitcoin Gold.
Yeah.
But market cap is still 7.5.
Much bigger, yeah. I mean, this was the biggest fork from Bitcoin, I believe. Bitcoin Cash was a huge. This was before my time, really, in the market. But from what I know, it was a huge disagreement in the community, which is why it's still such a large coin today.
Yeah, people are definitely still holding that and trading it.
That's so crazy. Just to go back, though, pump of the day, we got Dogecoin, and that's why we're talking about these other coins that are related to Bitcoin.
It's funny,
Dogecoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, all very similar.
Leading up to the end of the year, all I was hearing was Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, and news, the NFL, that big, obviously that big piece that they did on what's his name?
Yeah, he played for the Panthers.
Yes. Russell, there we go. Doing the right thing for his family.
Yeah,
Half
that's great to see.
$13 million in salary in Bitcoin.
It's great to see that he can even do that. Like there's clearly a company out there that is providing the service to convert your salary into crypto. I mean, that's huge to see. And that guy's getting he's getting a nice little check, I'm sure.
I'm sure, yeah. What is the guy? Who's the guy that facilitated this and made it possible for him to receive his payments in Bitcoin? Because I'm sure he's.
I think there's a company.
He's paving the way for the. I'm sure someone else is. They're gonna now that it popped like this. I feel like a lot more players gonna want the same exact contract.
I mean,
Smart man.
if you look at ready, Google Trends, Bitcoin. This is something I like to look at. And we're not even close to seeing the same type of social media, internet hype that was seen back in 2017 on Bitcoin.
Oh, I was playing around with this a couple months ago, and very surprised to see that avocado toast was like top 5.
So we're getting there, but I mean the amount of buzz around Bitcoin has not reached its all-time high yet, despite the price reaching the all-time high. So
busting through all-time
top
high.
states, Nevada, shout out Nevada, shout out Washington, shout out Hawaii,
shout out Vegas.
Las Vegas. That's interesting.
Why?
You see that?
That is very
I wonder why. Sub-region.
Interesting.
Let's do it by city. Yonkers.
Of course, LA is in there.
Las Vegas, baby.
Yup.
I wonder why that is. It's almost like people like to use Bitcoin to gamble, huh?
Put it all on Doge. Oh, you think that's what that is? People gambling online? Online gambling?
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, I really first heard about Bitcoin. You know, I heard about it on the Silk Road, but after that, it was gambling sites, online gambling. You know, MyBookie paying out people in Bitcoin. Like,
yeah, that's not me. I don't do any of that.
It really kind of changed the game.
I didn't hear of Bitcoin until it already pumped yesterday.
Okay.
I
don't think that's true, bro, but whatever. One crazy thing that I wanted to bring up today as well is how high ETH fees are right now. ETH gas fees.
Yes.
A lot of people are clearly using DEXs, decentralized exchanges.
That at the bottom. Scam reported.
This is that's always there. Basically, this is some app that people have flagged as a scam. So
why doesn't CoinGecko flag that for it?
This is just the gas station. This is just showing you that's a scammer's address right there, and they're clearly they're moving a lot of money.
Oh shit!
But it's always been like that. That's nothing new.
Wait, what do you mean?
Scamway. This has been here forever.
Scamway.
Yeah, it's been here forever.
They still are moving money.
Right. There's been scams reported with
wonder whose wallet address.
Yeah, I mean,
can we?
It's anyone's guess. Yeah, we can. I'll show you how to look stuff up on the blockchain.
Are there conspiracies on like who owns this address? I mean, they're moving.
I remember looking into this.
3.5 million today. Jesus.
Yeah, this address is associated with a Ponzi from the Philippines SEC. So
A
So this is
lot.
this is Etherscan. This is where you can explore the blockchain, the Ether blockchain. All I did was take this address and you just plop it in there. But these are the highest gas users. Obviously, Uniswap killing it, Tether killing it. This is some random rich dude probably. uh, 1inch exchange, that's a big one.
Some random billionaire, probably a Winklevoss, one of the two.
Decentralized exchanges right now are just killing it, as seen by the high gas fees. That's what really is pushing the gas fees up. So you got the two biggest. The biggest one is Uniswap at the moment, and the second biggest is 1inch. And you can basically trade any Ethereum token on here if it loads. But Pat, have you ever used a DEX before?
Sorry, my phone's blowing out. Give me 1 sec.
So one thing I wanted to bring up, if you guys ever used 1inch, you should go check your wallet. You may have received an airdrop. I received 605 tokens in that. It's interesting. Similar thing to what Uniswap did. They also did an airdrop of tokens, and it's basically just free money at that time. And then another thing I wanted to bring up is 1inch has what seems to be a really good governance protocol. So if you have tokens, you can vote on different changes to the protocol. You basically become a part of this community. And I've actually received 5 additional 1inch tokens just from putting my tokens into this portal. So that's a big selling factor for a lot of these tokens. I do have some worries that the SEC is going to see these more as securities, just as we've seen with XRP. So I'll be keeping a close eye on the SEC case regarding XRP being a security. But really, these act like stocks. I don't know how they're going to argue that they're not securities.
The issues with now coming out with the privacy coins,
Yep.
It's that anything they want this whole thing to be transparent, right? And clearly, decentralized exchange is not what they want.
Yeah.
So
that's a great point. The only thing they could do to stop these decentralized exchanges is shut down their website. You can actually interact with the contract directly through Ethereum, the Ethereum block scanner. See, if you just go to contracts here, you can directly read and write the contract. So yes, they could shut down their websites, but people could still use the contract.
That's amazing. That's just shows give you a glimpse of what the future could be like.
I mean, these guys having websites up like this, that could make yourself a target. So it's going to be interesting to see.
I mean, 1inch has definitely been getting a lot of press lately. Yeah, do you mind pulling up the graph?
They definitely had a big dump. And that's because everyone got free tokens. What do you think they're going to do with those free tokens? Probably sell them. I held on to mine.
Hodl.
Just because I felt like it could compete with Uniswap, and Uniswap has a way bigger. I don't know why this isn't pulling up right. A way bigger market cap. Man, this streaming just makes my computer so slow.
Yeah, the stream and then going live, being the host, I'm sure is.
Yeah, I want to build my own computer soon.
And sharing your screen too. I mean, yeah.
There we go.
So clearly, this pump of the week would be cryptos. Dump of the week, also cryptos. I just haven't heard anything really interesting out of the equity market lately. However, one IPO that is very interesting to me is UiPath, I think is the company. Yes. Robotic process automation. That caught my eyes. They are automating operational work that is done in the financial services industry. And now you're seeing this move in that this pandemic has expedited in some ways of just cutting out manpower and letting the computer do the work, which from a business perspective makes sense, right? Especially when it has to do with people's money and the quality of work. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of human are very prone to errors, and as much as that, as much as I don't know what I'm saying, but like people, I feel like almost like people are really against being replaced by the computers, essentially.
Yeah, I think anyone that's worked in a company knows how many
Just
simple errors,
thing to talk
so
about.
how sensitive it is, and how many stupid human errors are made, and how much that can cost the company and productivity and lawsuits. You name it.
Yeah, I wanna tread the line here, just because I know, I know people's jobs are being displaced by this move in technology, but it's a real thing that's happening. I remember realizing how quickly we were moving towards that from Joe Rogan's podcast. Remember that one with Andrew Yang?
Sorry, I missed that. Say that one more time.
I just remember I was saying how when I started thinking about this was when Andrew Yang came on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
He was just preaching about how robots are so much more efficient than human beings. I was like, shit. He's right. Like, especially just from my own experience, and now getting to see companies like UiPath getting huge funding, before even going IPO, and it's seed funding, different series. It's just raising billions of dollars.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So
I mean,
very interested to see how
20
perform, because this is not some bullshit IPO. This is
when is the IPO?
They
not the first half of 2021.
Yeah, it's not coming for a little bit, but I mean they're already putting in good work. It's moving so fast, man.
It's crazy. It's crazy how 2021 went from one of the worst years for equities to one of the best.
2020.
Yeah, 2020.
Yeah, all time. The biggest dump and biggest pump.
Here's a 1 inches chart, by the way. So it found a nice price level down here.
Yeah, it moves down just about an inch if you take out your ruler.
1 inch. Yep. So it's interesting. Well, what do you think about the SEC lawsuit against XRP and Ripple? What's your take on that? Do you think that it's a security?
Well, let's take a step back there. What do I think about that? Of course. That's right. Of course.
I agree.
Of course. Do I think XRP is a security? I don't know. I mean, they surely operate like one, and they're making a huge splash. Um, not just being a cryptocurrency, being in the top 10, and then stepping on people's toes, man. Talking about just rubbing people off the wrong way. That is definitely XRP trying to
Yeah.
come in and, just replace the banks. That's a tricky one. That's a
Well,
tricky one.
I mean, they're trying to work with the banks, but
Yep.
when you try to work with the banks, you are cutting into their business. You're trying to take a little chunk of their pie. So,
And they surely did. They definitely took a chunk out.
I think the one thing that's going to save a lot of cryptos from being labeled as securities is the fact that they're not controlled by a company and they're not issued by a company or a person. I don't know, there's really no clarity into whether a decentralized autonomous organization, a DAO, which is what a lot of these cryptos are backed by, whether those should be classified as companies, and therefore, if they're coins that they offer, should be securities. But right now, one of the classifications to become a security is you need to have backing. It needs to be sold by a centralized organization at the moment, and that's why Bitcoin and Ethereum have been declared not securities. There is no company that backs those.
There are a lot of coins out there that are backed by a tangible organization,
Definitely.
Entities.
And it's a great line too. What is a tangible organization? Does it need to be a company? Can it be a group of people? Like at what size does the SEC start asking questions? We just don't have clarity on that. And I think this Ripple case will give it. Yeah, it could be.
They just want, a little grease.
Yeah.
A little extra revenue.
Got to pay for that $600 somehow. That tax refund.
That is, I didn't even know I was getting that money. I wasn't, because I didn't even get my first stimulus, so I was just assuming that I wasn't gonna get my second one. And I wake up next morning. There it is.
There it is. Why is my bank account a little higher today?
Yeah, right.
Mr. Taxman.
It's just airdrop.
So many people put that into stocks, into crypto. I mean,
stock market was
so
closed.
obvious.
Obviously,
went to crypto.
Yeah.
I mean, some people put money. You can trade after market. Like some money definitely flowed into the market. I think we're gonna have a green day on Monday. We'll see. What's your take?
My take is that I think the long weekend allow people to sober up a little bit. After Christmas, everyone's still hungover. Rolls into New Year. Still just rallying, boozing, and then comes New Year Day, you're chilling a little bit, you're with your mom, you're with your grandmother, and you just finally just hits you. My cash is sitting in dog shit.
Let's put it in Dogecoin instead.
Let's go to Doge.
Why own the shit when you can own the Doge?
Hits them like a ton of bricks when they looked at their Bank of America app and they realized how easy it was for them to get dropped $600. It's almost as if the guy on the other end just typed it in. Oh, what are we printing? Oh, how many zeros again? 10?
Oh, many to count. One other thing I wanted to bring up. This is something that I think Ivan was talking about it. Ivan on Tech, check out
Shout
his YouTube channel.
Good Morning Crypto, right? That's his show.
I believe so. Coming at you like an atomic clock each and every day.
That guy's
He's the man. He's very knowledgeable. Definitely check him out. But what he was saying is each one of these candles during this 2017 bull market, they got bigger and bigger and bigger, and the final candle was the biggest one. Look at where we're at now. Ooh. Small, bigger, bigger. Will this candle be bigger?
It be not, dude. A graph can't be closer to 90 degrees than this one, right? Like
that's the thing. It's basically 90 degrees, and it needs to go to the right because that's how graphs work. So
hockey stick up like that.
Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin needs a little bit of a pullback. It's a good thing, so we'll see. Unless it just doesn't.
Unless people realize what's going on.
But if I just take a measurement of these here, just nothing scientific. No.
I mean, I've never had more people text me about Bitcoin, and I mean it's year end too, right? So people are getting bonuses now. Bonuses are starting to roll in. People are like, all right, like what do I do with this bonus cash that I just got? Like, do I just throw it all in? I mean,
people are waking up to the fact that the dollar is not the best place to store your money. So I just took a look, just quick measurement of these 3 candles in that bull market. You can see it almost doubled in size every time. So if we were to apply that to this most recent one,
early retirement,
right? So if we were to double that,
the double trouble,
and you're looking at something that's a candle of that magnitude maybe, and that would bring us
okay. So
can't fully see it, but
so that's a bullish.
I think it brings you around to like 50K.
So
that's super bullish in the short term. Long term it may be longer, but
what about the red candles?
That's a
can
swing.
The red candle be bigger this time too? Right?
Could be. So far, the general trend of Bitcoin has been up. Anything can happen. And that's why I'm always open to hearing other people's thoughts on this. I think crypto can be a little bit of an echo chamber, and a lot of what's said is true, but you don't want to get lost in the hype. You want to stick to the facts, stick to solid reasoning. Don't change your logic halfway through. Figure out what you want to do, how you want to get it, and execute. And think for yourself, most importantly. And that's what we want to try and bring to you guys, to help you start thinking for yourself, asking the right questions. So definitely continue to tune in, like, subscribe, and we'll keep answering your questions. So, and doing stuff like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, but it seems almost emotional, and I can feel it in the people's around me too. I know the people that are FOMOing in. Some say FOMO.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, I mean,
it's all about risk management, man.
Yeah, one of my buddies was like, "Hey, should I put all my bonus in Bitcoin right now?" And this was when it was still at 27, I think, 27-ish. Right after Christmas, and I was like, dude, look at this candle that we're riding on top of. Like, yeah, we could go back to a moving average, or
Yeah.
I mean, I did not expect it to break 30,000 this easily.
No,
I
I
thought
didn't either.
a lot more resistance, but now that it's over 32, like, geez, I don't know. It could
Technical analysis shows like a
never
price
seen
of
any
around 39,000 for what's it called?
Fibonacci.
Fibonacci. Yeah. So
Fib.
it's a good guess as to where it could go up to. And then I think
indicator, yeah.
Yeah, the fact that works.
Yeah, the fib.
Yeah, I mean it's in everything.
Yeah, you see it in flowers, and then you saw it in the Bitcoin.
Saw it in the stock market. Yeah, and it somehow works.
It somehow works.
Law of the universe.
Yeah, you see in the legs the centipedes, but you can also apply that to the Bitcoin graph.
Yep.
What the hell? So yeah, I'm this is a very exciting year for sure. Never seen anything like this. Anything. And it's this I don't know, it makes me think that, there's a major shift coming. There's already a shift in human consciousness, it seems like, in the way we think. It seems like people are starting to think, and not really starting to question what they're told. Not starting to think. People have always been thinking. People are smart, but I'm seeing more and more people not taking what they're told as face value and doing a little more research.
Yep.
You saw that like right when Trump got into office, in the news cycle, and he was saying fake news, and it became a thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's not crazy.
And I think coronavirus helped that too. The way, they told us one thing about the masks, one thing here, like just all sorts of different stuff coming out about it.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden people are like, wait, you guys don't actually know what's going on? I mean, how could they? It's a new virus.
Right.
But
experts try to insert themselves as I know what's going on.
Yeah.
Gotta do this, do that. Nope.
Well, gotta listen to the experts, but listen to as many as you can.
Right.
Pick apart their arguments. And wear your masks, kids.
I mean, sorry, the Who.
Who?
It was all good and
this is good.
Until we got right into.
This is good. I feel like people
will
want to hear this, and hopefully next time we go live, we're gonna go live every Sunday at around 1 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully we'll have some people in the chat and some questions. Whatever you guys want to hear or talk about, we're definitely open to. Yeah, just let us know.
We definitely they'd like to talk and voice our opinions. All right, let's switch the topic from the pump of the week and dump of the week to copyright it. Patent pending. Let's move on to some current events. Maybe do a May talk, but let's meanwhile I'm gonna go grab a coffee. That thing should be done. You tell us about our good friend at Manscaped.
Yeah, so hopefully we can get Manscaped as a sponsor someday. Shout out Manscaped. Keep those nuts clean. That was free promo for y'all. So yeah. But yeah, guys, we're here to talk about crypto. We're here to talk about investing. We're here to talk about aliens. We're here to talk about MMA, UFC, sports, news, whatever. We're here to talk. Zed talks.
Yo, you really said alien?
Of course, we're gonna talk about aliens. How could you not, dude? 2021's the year of aliens.
So I just found out today.
I don't think there's a single person that invests in Bitcoin that doesn't believe in aliens. I feel like they go hand in hand, dude. Let me know in the comments if that's true. Do you believe in aliens?
Some would say that it started with aliens and then got into Bitcoin. As crazy as this sounds, Tom DeLonge, shout out Tom DeLonge, Blink 182. He dropped the ball on this one. Everyone is forgetting about, and everyone's talking. Oh, Commander Fravor, Luis Elizondo, whatever, the guy that works at Skunk Works that builds like all the jets and all the, like an expert in the propulsion system. That guy.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh yeah, Pentagon, blah blah blah. Excuse me, guys. It was actually Tom DeLonge that brought this to everyone's attention. Yes, Blink 182, Tom DeLonge.
Check him out on Rogan's podcast.
Remember when that came out?
I wrote him off so quickly.
So quick, we're like, wait.
I mean,
what?
Yeah.
Why?
He's not the most reputable person on the subject, so I had skepticism. But it seems to be playing out exactly as he said, which is scary as fuck. Because if that guy knows, why doesn't anyone else know? Why is he the spokesperson?
What was the saying? To the Stars Academy, right?
Yeah, to the stars. Yeah.
I almost donated. I might have actually given him some money to get that shares in the anti-gravity system, whatever they were trying to sell. But
were they actually doing that? See, that shit makes me feel like it's a scam, bro.
I'm pretty sure it sounded like he was talking about Element 115.
Yeah. But why would Tom DeLonge have access to that? Like, why is he the guy? Why isn't it Elon Musk?
The podcast.
I know.
He was he had the reach, but kind of dumb.
Kind of dumb.
The government was definitely a fan of Blink 182.
We'll see how it turns out.
But yeah, holy shit, man! Like, why? It's weird though, right? Like, if this is real, like, why are you baiting us? Here's a little, they chum the water, and then they keep pulling us along for the ride.
Snuck it in on the stimulus bill.
Yeah, bill, like in the.
We'll let you guys know in 90 days after we pass this bill. Don't read it. Why are we counting down all of a sudden? Like, is that when they told us they're invading? Are you gonna tell us the day of invasion that they exist? Typical government.
My theory is that we figured out something, and now we, to the eyes of an alien civilization, we are no longer just dumb pink apes, hairless apes that are just fighting each other, which we still are. But I don't know. Maybe on the low, we figured out nuclear fusion.
Potentially.
Made some progress towards it.
All right, Sam Tripoli over here.
Sphere. Do you know what that is?
I know what the Dyson sphere is.
You probably know what the Dyson vacuum is.
Nope. Oh, that's how you clean your house, right? With the Dyson sphere?
Yo, let's do it. Whoa. The story on the Dyson vacuum guy is pretty cool. How he came up with that whole $1 billion monopoly on vacuums that he has. It's crazy. I think it's on Market Talk, something like that. Some podcast. I don't know. If you guys want to know, just drop it down below in the comment. I'll find it for you. I think it was something like that. It's like it was an NPR show. But let's see. Oh, the most exciting topic to discuss for January is Conor McGregor versus Poirier 2.
Ooh.
If you missed the crypto pumps and you want to make it back in MMA, where would you put your money?
Not on that fight.
Oh shit. Okay, so the next one. Wow, Dana. Once again with the Saturday, Wednesday, Saturday fight cards. Oh, I freaking love it when he does that. I freaking love it. What a
He kills
great
it, dude.
what a great moment. You know, I heard from I think it was Chael. Yeah, Chael was saying how in the beginning it was like they were putting on like 3 shows a year. 3 shows a year, and people were so excited for it. And then like Pride was doing like 4 shows a year. So like in a year total, you had like 7 cards spread out in 12 months. Think about that. And now we're getting a fight, 2 fights a week. Like holy shit. But the next one, oh god, demonetized again. Holy shnikey. Yeah, we gotta get better.
Yeah, we'll work on that. I don't even think you can monetize live streams.
You can if we start selling stickers.
Yeah, but then we can swear in the videos and still sell stickers.
Download your OnlyFans account.
Oh, the one you made for you, where I take profits, but you post photos. Why don't you tell them about it, Pat?
All right, Saturday, January 16th, Max Holloway, Calvin Kattar, Boston.
I got to go with my man, Max Holloway, but
what?
I love Holloway, dude. I know Kattar is a
come on, he's
Bostonite, but
local. Come on.
Yeah.
You know, it's what made me cringe when I think it was Anik when he knocked. This is pay-per-view, right? Like main event. He knocks out Calvin Kattar knocks out Jeremy Stevens with the elbow.
Mm-hmm.
That one. He goes, oh, the Boston Bomber.
Oh no.
He drops a Boston bomb.
Oh no.
It's a different word.
That's CTE kicking in.
Yeah, no. Wait, what? No. That's not. Anik doesn't fight, I don't think.
Yeah, he probably spars though.
Yeah,
I got a little CTE.
yeah, for sure.
What do you mean for sure? What the fuck? Demonetized.
How many times you've hit your head against my head or fucking oh, there it goes again.
Not that many times, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what you got, like some parlay picks for the people? What do we got? I think we should wrap this up soon.
For how much I leading up to the end of the year, how poorly I was doing, I would just refrain from losing people money for now until we get some.
All right. So we'll give it some time. So no.
To go on a good streak first, and then I'll definitely start dropping some gems here and there. But it seems to me like before Vegas didn't really know what the fuck they were doing. Now,
yeah,
it seems like they're doing more research because before it was
the numbers are coming in. You know, now that they have more than 5 fights a year, you know, they can really crank out that analysis. So
now it's mainstream. Ever since ESPN, I would say since ESPN picked them up, the odds have just been way more efficient, because before it was just like you see a plus 700 against some hype train, there's a chance. That was
I mean, I think you can apply that to crypto too. That like right now, there's a lot of opportunities to get good odds on these coins. Because let's be honest, with some of these altcoins, you're basically gambling with a lot of these altcoins.
Yeah.
Investing can be compared to gambling, but you, as time goes on and as this goes more mainstream, there's going to be a reduction in the amount of reward you guys can get. So keep investing in your own education. Keep looking for things that you can have an edge at that aren't mainstream. Because you can literally apply that to UFC betting, to crypto, to whatever it is, man.
As long as you do your research.
As long as you do your research and, as long as you make sure your risk is controlled. You don't want to just put it all out on something, and learn from your mistakes.
Keep your biases at bay too, because
start small.
Now that it's this is being on everyone's radar, it's also on the government's radar, and I can assure you that regulations 2021 is going to be the year of cryptos, but it's going to be the year of regulations also. We're already seeing the SEC stepping in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's gonna be very interesting to see how this whole thing plays out. Yeah, I definitely want to wrap this up. Just one thing that no one's talking about while everyone's saying Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that, the Ethereum train, choo behind.
Pump.
Let's take
a look at that quickly.
Real quick, because Bitcoin's all-time high right now. Ethereum is not even close. Closing in, but not even close. Let's see that, because they were pretty much in tandem for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, pop in the past days, it moved.
And that's one thing I definitely want to make note of. ETH is a lagger to Bitcoin, but it always seems to catch up. And a lot of money has been made when people see Bitcoin pump and they want to get in on the next pump. They're going to put money in Ethereum. It's number 2 on the market cap. So you can see all-time highs are at almost 1,600, and we haven't even broken 1,000 yet. So ETH is a big pick of mine. ETH and Bitcoin, you can't go wrong. What do you think, Pat? Any other thoughts?
I was just thinking that, with how crazy everything is, imagine looking back. I mean, imagine you're, in 30 years.
If I could send this video back to me, to myself.
That, but also in 30 years, like a little kid, like a little 8-year-old living in a fat mansion, like talking to his friend, like, how did your dad make all his money? Oh, he bought cryptos and he just got a bunch of Pokemon cards.
Can't forget about the Pokemon cards.
It's not crazy that Pokemon also just the talk of the town right now too. Like, who would have imagined that? Like,
I mean, I could have, because I love Pokemon, but the majority of people left that in their childhood.
Right?
But, Nostalgia. And supply and demand, man. What made Charizard shoot up in price? Well, everyone wanted a Charizard all of a sudden. Logic is out there buying a Charizard for hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I think Logan Paul changed the game.
Yeah, I think with Pokemon cards, he absolutely did.
Yep.
We'll see where it goes from here. I mean, prices have been coming down a little bit, but the whole collectible marketplace, whole collectible market has really shot up because the government's printing. Why keep your value in cash when you can put it into gold, coins, jewelry, watches, or a fire-breathing gecko? Yeah. Why not? Fuck. Who cares? So yeah, it's going to be interesting. What, you have any other picks for things that you think could collectible items. I think albums
Vinyl,
definitely could do well. Yeah, like vinyl records.
see that coming in again. That's
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's a nostalgia thing, you know. Beanie Babies? I doubt it, but
I think this whole pandemic is just making people yearn for the good old days, you know, and anything that will make them feel like things are normal
a little
again.
kid again.
A little kid back when it was all good, you know, it was all good.
Yeah.
In some ways, it wasn't, and yeah. So definitely want to just wrap up this whole conversation with you know, be grateful, but also don't let your guard down. Things are changing. Things are moving really fast. Um, I think we're just starting to see real shift in what the internet is doing to our society as a whole. You know, it's and also one more thing, just to protect us. We are not financial
This
advisors.
is, this is not financial advice. Do not put the house on McGregor.
Yes, yes. Make your own decisions. Do your own research. Um,
We're
and
just here to have a conversation with you guys, with each other. You know,
yeah,
we would do this every Sunday anyways, even if we weren't live. So we decided we're just going to do it live and see who enjoys it. And we'll go from there. So if you like this, subscribe, like, bell button, all. And it'll pump your crypto, just like Ivan said. Get crypto in the YouTube algorithm.
You can't just take his shit, dude.
Oh yeah, I can, dude. Watch out, Ivan. I'm coming for you.
We're coming.
We're coming.
But yeah,
you guys on the crypto block. Yeah. Anything else?
We're your internet best friends.
Yeah, internet best buds. All right, guys. We'll see you next time.